Let us talk about love. When you ask a child what love is, the answer is always the most pure things. Answers like, love is walking around and hanging out with my friends. Or, love is sharing stuff with my friends. Love is drawing something nice for my parents and giving it to them when I get home. Love is my sister sharing her dolls with me. Love is playing football with my friends and having fun. Love is reading a storybook with my friend. Love is when our teacher brings us sweets to class when we answer questions correctly. Such kind of things. These answers are not only sweet, but honest and innocent, and they make us feel also emotional. But really, this is exactly what love is meant to be. It's an emotion. And being shown love or showing someone love should make you feel warm and special and appreciated. On the other hand, when you ask a grown up, sometimes even teenagers, what they think of love, you'll get a filtered, edited, and updated version of what love is. At some point as we grow up, we turn something that is so pure into a taboo topic. It probably stems from the environments that we grew up in, sometimes from our parents. You see, many of our parents grew up in a generation that saw and associated love mostly with intimacy. A generation that saw intimate love as risky. True, there can be heavy consequences of physical intimacy, including diseases and early pregnancy, and experiencing or witnessing these traumas can teach you to be more guarded than open. Such that anytime you hear the word love, you stop in your tracks. Your mind goes straight into romantic relationships. With time, it shaped our culture. When I say culture, I say it in quotes because it is not really our way of life, but how we've taught ourselves to see things over time. The truth is, the term love means different things to different people, depending on who you speak to. And when I say depending on who you speak to, I mean what generation do they come from? What religion do they come from? What's their level of exposure to the media? What's their background? What's their age? And such things. Many people were raised with the belief that love means service. Don't get me wrong, acts of service is actually a love language. However, the biggest point of love, and what is very easy to forget sometimes, is that people receive and express love differently. Many of us grew up learning about love from movies and TV shows that sadly just show one aspect of love, that is, romance. We even start to believe that love is something that only specific people get to experience and express. We have normalized the belief that African people, African parents, cannot express love in words. We become so accustomed to this that even the thought of saying, I love you, to our parents or even our friends makes us cringe. I bet a big percentage of us haven't heard those words from any of our close relations. In the long run, some of us grow up thinking that our parents don't love us. I mean, yes, I have food, clothes, shelter, education, every once in a while a gift here or there, but still, there is always something missing. If we are lucky, some of us grow up and we are able to reflect and understand that that is the way our parents grew up receiving love. Therefore, that is the only way they know how to show it. The good thing is, it is never too late to learn a few new things, and we will have a few ideas about how. There are languages of love. Rather, generally how people communicate love to each other. They are narrowed down into 5 languages. These include acts of service, words of affirmation, gifts, quality time, and physical touch. Something just simple like a hug, a shoulder to lean on when you're crying, such things. Keeping this in mind, There is a way to incorporate some of the knowledge from these forms of expression of love into our daily lives. So let's go. First, I think it is important to cultivate honest and safe relationships where people feel free to express their opinions and feelings, whether those feelings are good or bad. The good thing about the time we live in now is that we are learning to speak freely about our feelings, even when it's uncomfortable. The world is changing, and so are people. We are more open to having tough conversations. It is important to share with people when they hurt you or disappoint you just as much as when they make you feel good and valued, whether it's our parents, friends, or siblings. I know sometimes we grow accustomed to relationships where parents have the final say, they're the rule setters, and so on and so forth. This may be needed most of the time as children, but as we grow older and build different kinds of relationships with people, learning to listen and having open conversations creates safe relationships and room for love to thrive. In every relationship, love is giving each other time and having mutual respect for what each person has to share. Sometimes, many of the conversations we have with our loved ones are about what someone did not do right or something they should stop doing. Sometimes, hearing acknowledgement of our efforts from our loved ones is so crucial. There are times when we fail in different things, but failure is part of learning. It is really important to celebrate great moments in life with our loved ones. Let them know that we see them, we see how hard they have tried, and share in their beautiful moments. You know, the world is really hard. When we know that if we fail, we will get support from our loved ones. But when we put in effort and succeed, they will see us and share in our success. It makes us feel less anxious. It makes us feel free. Loved ones should always celebrate our small wins as much as they celebrate the big ones. How we see ourselves is heavily influenced by how the people around us see us. It's important for us to feel acknowledged by our parents because they are not only our first contact with the world, but also the first voices in our heads. Love is supporting and acknowledging each other's efforts. When was the last time you told your parents that you loved them? When was the last time you told your siblings that you loved them? Or when was the last time you told your friends that you loved them? Actually, when was the last time somebody told you that they loved you, aside from a romantic partner? Sometimes, all our kids and loved ones need from us is a reminder of their importance in our lives. Everyone wants to feel important and valued. Sadly, it's easy to give people assurance when they are children, forgetting that as we grow up, we still need to feel valued by the people that we value. Without this, we start questioning ourselves, we develop insecurities, and start to look for reassurance in the wrong places like social media and codependent relationships, all the while acting strong, independent, and unbothered. Instead of pretending, reach out to the people you love, the people who love you, and connect with them. Love is taking a time from your busy schedules every once in a while just to remind the ones who matter to you that you value them and feel their importance in your life. So take the time to tell your parents that you thought about them today. Tell your friends that they mean the world to you. Tell your siblings that you miss them, and your loved ones that they matter to you. Having relationship talks with kids and teenagers doesn't mean we only talk about intimacy. It's really important to talk about everything that comes with being in a relationship. Let's talk about boundaries. Let's talk about what makes a relationship healthy or toxic. Let's talk about friendship in relationships. Also, other than teaching kids and teenagers about fears of intimacy, it's important to teach them about how to protect themselves and reasons why it's good to wait before engaging in serious relationships. Having these talks will help our kids feel safe, confident, make good decisions, and when they have fears, they'd be able to share them. Love is trusting that with the right information and preparation, young people are able to make sound decisions. All I'm trying to say through all these videos is that love is expressed through different ways. Whatever your way is, expression of love is a way for us to make people feel valuable to us and also to connect with people at a deeper level. Being African does not have to be an excuse to have lukewarm relationships.